It is focusing on strengths versus only focusing on weaknesses. Y'all, on today's show, I'm going to be showing you how to use my favorite tool, one of my favorite tools in the whole wide world, which is positive psychology, how to use that to overcome perfectionism. It is going to be so good. If you listen to one of my last episodes on overcoming perfectionism, y'all were loud and clear that we out here struggling to be perfect. We love things to look perfect, to be perfect, to have no flaws. But y'all, it's not possible. Nobody is perfect. As a matter of fact, it is your imperfections who make you who you really are, right? What I've learned throughout my career is that when I've tried to be perfect, when I've tried to show up in my life without any flaws, I've not resonated with people because people can't see themselves in me, right? And people are people. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect. So the people who actually show up and say, you know what? I messed up. Like I didn't get that thing right. I made a mistake. Those are the people who we're most attracted to because we see that they are human, right? They are absolutely human. And so that to me makes the difference in us showing up in our lives in terms of being perfect or not perfect, right? So I try to make sure that I acknowledge my mistakes when I make them, and I make them, right? I make them often. But I think acknowledging our mistakes are one of the things that help us when we do make those mistakes. And it took me a long time to start acknowledging them and acknowledging that I wasn't perfect, right? Acknowledging that I'm only human and that I make mistakes. Perfectionism really means that you have this propensity to show up flawless, meaning you do not give yourself any latitude to make mistakes, and nor do you give other people latitude to make mistakes. And let me just get into that real quick. I think that's such an important distinction when it comes to perfectionism. Most people who deal with perfectionism don't give themselves latitude to show up as human, and they don't give other people. So if you're a perfectionism, I want you, if you're a perfectionist or you have perfectionism tendencies, if you're a person who has these tendencies, think about how you show up for other people, right? Think about how you show up for other people and how people show up for you. Do you expect nothing but flawlessness from other people? Chances are you are absolutely correct, right? Chances are you're right. You expect flawlessness from other people. And that can be very difficult for people to then accept you and be near you and be around you, right? So I want you to just really think about your really close relationships and what people have told you about yourself and how you show up to them. If you are a perfectionist, chances are you won't accept inflexibility with other people, and that's hard. Being a positive psychologist, I've learned tools that absolutely help me learn how to show up in all my imperfectionisms and be okay with it. I think that's what we all have to do. We have to show up being imperfect, as we are, and be okay with it because we are. Whether you like it or not, you ain't perfect. I'm probably sure I'm not the first person that told you that, but I want to share this with you because to strive for perfectionism is to strive for stress.